Hi Virgo, hi sexy Virgos. What you doing? I'm getting ready to do your reading, but I have entertainment out my window here. Someone's getting a soil delivery. It's like everybody, it's so much soil. I've never seen so much soil delivered in so little time in my life in this neighborhood. It's incredible. And I'm getting one on Monday for my garden. Yeah, there's like this big truck out my window, so it's a little bit of a distraction. But now is the time for Virgo, because we're going to do your blind spot, Virgo. We are going to do your blind spot. Okay. I'm going to start with my Energy Oracle deck, and I'm sorry if it gets noisy all of a sudden. Maybe you can't even hear Mr. Truck. Maybe the mic's not picking that up, but I think he's going to drive away pretty soon, and he might be a little bit loud. So let's get started, Virgo. Sexy Virgo. Virgo. What you have? I'm drawing a total blank on what you had last week. There he goes. Bye-bye, truck. Virgo? Nothing in their blind spot? Nothing that they don't see coming? Virgo is aware of everything? Wow. Then I don't know why you came to the read. You don't give anything here. Oh, there we go. Oh, really? You thinking? You thinking? Got two. One is, oh boy, yeah, you see, you're thinking yourself right into anxiety. You have the thinking woman and anxiety. Now, there's two of these. There's a thinking woman and a thinking man. So when it's a thinking woman, and then, you know, the anxiety card is depicted as feminine energy again. So it just kind of tells me the kind of thinking that you're engaged in is, you know, maybe about your feelings, your emotions. Thinking about that. Thinking about things that, you know, bring up feelings and emotions. You're thinking about it too much. It's giving you anxiousness. It's making you anxious. Kind of anxiety. Well, maybe it's not yet. This is your blind spot, right? Well, let's see where this goes. Don't go away yet. Don't tune out. Oh, don't. Because look what the underline is. Ching! See? Don't tune out. Don't tune out. Oh, here, it's driving me crazy. It's the longest it's been in a long time. And it's driving me crazy. I can feel it. I'm sorry. But it's tickling me. Oh, Virgo. Maybe is your money? Your money is about your feelings? That's what you have feelings for, your money. This guy came out. All right, he wanted to come out all on his own here. Mr. King of Cups, or King of Water. Yeah, he's like, get out of your mind. Just feel it. Don't think about the feelies. Just feel them. Just feel the feelies. Don't think about the feelies. Underline. So it has something to do, well, it's a door to value. So there's about to be value added to your life, I want to say. Let's say that. There's about to be value added to your life. You got the Two of Air, or like swords. Ace of Water, Ace of Cups. Three of Water, Three of Cups. And what's this one? Oh, the Page of Fire. Really creative little spark there. All right, let's bring them down. And remember, I showed you, I showed him to you, right? Mr. King of Water here, King of Cups. He hasn't been around much this week. It's been like Kings of Pentacles and Air and Swords. Interesting, you have Justice at the bottom. You have Justice at the bottom. That's interesting with thinking woman, anxiety, and door to value. That alone is making me feel like you might be involved in something that... There is a contract card in this Energy Oracle deck, and it didn't come out, but there might be something that you're involved in that has to do with a contract. Either it's a contract of work, a contract of a relationship, a commitment, or something. You're anxious about it. And there's a lot of feeling behind it. I feel like because we have the two feminine depictions, that there's a lot of feeling and emotions behind this. So it's not something trivial. like it's not, you know, like ordering dirt, signing the contract. Yeah, okay, you can deliver it on this day. It's something a little more significant in your life. And that is coming up in this reading. At least on this part, your underlying and the energy oracle deck is telling me this. Here, let me hold you all four up. Well, I like underneath the Justice card is the World card. So there's a new cycle coming in once something gets finalized here. See, this is what we got now. That's what you got. That's what you got there. And then the World is showing in underneath the Justice card. So that's a new cycle. Leading you on a path. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. I'm going to look at my notes. I'm going to look at my notes. What were you last week? That's right. Thinking, wait, when I saw that World card, it kind of triggered me there. And then, wait a second, you were that fascinating story about the ascension of you and someone else. Isn't that interesting? That could also be some sort of a spiritual contract coming into realization. A spiritual contract coming into realization as well. And I'm just putting that out there because of last week. It's not screaming at me right now. The King of Water, the Two of Air, the Ace of Water, the Three of Water, and the Page of Fire. Yeah, there's a lot of feeling and emotion here too, right? Because that's what the King of Water is about, but it's controlled. It's not really shown. It's not really showing that, but it's having an awful lot of that and keeping it in control because there's something that you're weighing here. The Two of Air is a little bit like the Justice card. You know, holding two different things, trying to figure out what path to take, what decision or choice to make. You know, I feel like you're actually, I kind of feel like maybe you watched the latest collective reading from the Pixies on Friday because it was about listening to your heart because it communicates to your mind. I'm kind of getting this here with the Ace of Cups, like going that, the King of Water kind of being the example here. And you've been trying to come to a decision, thinking it out, trying to understand what it is, and maybe not being able to because it's creating anxiety, all this thinking. All this thinking is creating anxiety. So then it's about going into your feelings and getting your answers through your feelings, right? This eureka moment through your feelings. And then this brings like a celebration energy with the Three of Cups, Three of Water. And balance. She's able to balance these three different wonderful opportunities because it's like a little, each one, oh my gosh, don't throw it away. Each one is like a little shell with a pearl in it. So it is some sort of beautiful opportunity, some sort of discovery. And not just one, but like I want to say the possibility of three, because and threes too are about growth and expansion. So it's not just what you see, what you think you're going to gain in the present, but what grows and expands beyond that as well that you may not even see coming towards you. You know, what's your blind spot? The Page of Fire. This is a very youthful, fun, kind of dynamic spark of life here. Coming from the, you know, it's a young person, and in the tiger at the bottom looks young, and the energy flowing off this tiger is this butterfly, which is kind of like this new cycle. So it's like a new cycle that's going to be spurred inside of you. It's kind of bubbling up, and it comes from a very primal part of you. The very essence of you, let's say. The very essence of you with this Page of Fire. Really creative energy. Releasing something that you haven't really released before. Alright, so let me push these up a little bit. Whew, I gotta say that new moon in Gemini is making me tired. Oh shoot. Wait. I usually have that off. Oh, this is my mom. This is my mom. I'll answer her later. She's just do that. Your kids are like, it never changes, right? Send your kid a text and like, you know, hours later, I sent you a message. Yeah, this new moon in Gemini. I just find I'm really tired of it. I was going to do like, I think I got to do all the rest of the readings today. I'll do you and one more and I'll have a nap. It's kind of tiring. Get out! The bottom is justice again. Oh my gosh. Okay, so with a double justice, having a double justice there, I want to say this is not just bringing justice and balance to you, but it's going to bring it to someone else or the universe as a whole. Because there's a double justice. My goodness. Double justice. What do we have here? The Eight of Wands came out with the King of Water. Definitely some sort of communication or movement. The Two of Air with the Page of Wands. And look at that Page of Wands, it's got tons of movement. There we go. Let's just throw that out. This is my new throw caution to the wind card. This is just this is just like have a good time. Let's just see what happens. Why not? Let's try it out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Just make sure there's no one around when you throw the wand. Like you don't want to poke anybody's eye out. So Ace of Water and Seven of Wands. That's an interesting combination. It's like the little seahorse is looking at this person in the Seven of Wands, right? The little seahorse is looking at them and they're facing them, but they're not looking. Which is interesting. Because I also find that she's also got all these wands and there's one in particular that's sticking up, but she's not looking. She's in her energy. He or she, the person in there, is in your energy. You're in your energy. As the cards are actually coming out, I'm feeling, the feeling that I'm getting for the reading now, and sometimes it happens this way. It happened with someone else this week where all the upper cards feel like someone else, and now all the bottom cards feel like you. The Three of Water and the Six of Cups. It's really nice. It's like happy celebratory times with a soulmate. This is my favorite Six of Cups. Is this not the sweetest? Look at that. The little boy with the puppy and then they get all together. It's so cute. Aw, I love dogs. They're the best. They don't live long enough. Oh, why do they have to break our hearts like that? No, I heard, have you ever heard this? So, I read it. I don't know who came up with it. It was really a kid. It probably was because it was so logical. I remember when my folks' dog died, and my son was only like 3 maybe? And I was kind of upset because he was just he was a great big Newfoundlander, and he had a heart of gold. And he died. My mom phoned me and told me. I was sad, and so I had to tell my son, because I have pictures of them, like, and he was 3, he was like, you know, like this tall, and then when the dog was sitting, the dog was this tall. It was really cute, but he was a big, gentle giant. And I told my son, I said, yeah, Bootsy's gone. He's gone. He passed away. And then he said, why are you sad, Mom? I said, because I'm going to miss Bootsy. And he said, but Bootsy's everywhere now. I'm like, what is a 3-year-old, right? Like he said, but Bootsy's everywhere, and he can be everything now. I thought, oh... It's like, right? Like, from the mouths of babes. Anyways, I'm gone on the dog. I just was such a cute picture. Lily turns 4 tomorrow, so I'm thinking about that too. Where is 4 years gone? It's gone so fast. Anyway, so Page of Fire and the Wheel card. This is a little bit like that, throwing caution, but it's creating something with throwing caution to the wind. It's creating something, it's following your path. Like the real essence of you, it's really following your path here. You've thrown caution to the wind, and well, that's interesting. I feel like throwing caution to the wind, and you're waiting. It's like you throw caution to the wind and then you're waiting, right? You throw this caution to the wind and then you're waiting. It's kind of like really good manifestation because you've taken action to manifest and then you're moving yourself into like an emotional, energetic energy that resonates with what this manifestation is to be. And the Six of Cards, I just can't get that card, just breaks my heart. the puppy getting old. King of Water, Eight of Wands. There's a very dynamic energy playing out here between wands and water. I feel like you're in a very wand energy because it's at the bottom. There's a lot of wands. 3 out of the 5 are all wands here, and it feels to me like this is you. The King of Water is up here offering something or reaching out. It's kind of like the King of Wands. The King of Wands. The King of Water is like reaching out to all this dynamic energy that you have, and then you throw out your wand, right? You kind of throw one out there. You throw a wand out, like a communication, some sort of a communication, a reaching out. Someone is reaching out, and then you sort of throw out almost like a breadcrumb. And it's an interesting breadcrumb. Like it's not just a hi, how are you breadcrumb. There's a little more depth to the breadcrumb that you're throwing out there, like the wand. It's helping somebody make a choice. You're throwing something out there and it helps this person make a choice because they're sitting in here in this Two of Air. Because there's some sort of justice. It's almost like, you know, and 2 with the Wheel card here, it's 2 justice cards. It feels an awful lot like clearing a cycle and producing a new cycle. Clearing the old cycle in a very balanced and harmonious way. And then opening up this new cycle and just if not more balance and more harmony. Yeah, look at the difference in the 2 justice cards. And Temperance is underneath this justice card. The other one was the World. And then Temperance. And there's balance. That's all about balance too. Taking a lot of things into account here. Now, the first justice card, she has the scales of justice in one hand and then she has a sword in the other. And in the second justice card, she's actually using the sword to balance the scales. And I like how that, I'm going to show it to you closer. I'm just looking at it to keep describing it to you. But I like how that is transformed. Because the sword of kind of is like the sword of truth. The sword of clear thinking, understanding, knowing. And then we've taken that sword, and instead of having the scales of justice and the truth separated, they now support each other, right? That's kind of cool. So when I say that it's as if you're exiting one cycle in a very balanced and harmonious way, you are actually taking the entrance of a new cycle to an even more balanced and harmonious, very holistic, like these two have come together now. You see that? Yeah, that's kind of neat. You're trying to do something very correct here. Very correct. You have all these wands. It's almost like you're sitting in all this creative. I'm getting the word creative angst. Like, and I don't know if that's connecting to this anxiety. Something, look at the colors are a little similar, like these reds and pinks. It's very hot. Hot, hot, hot colors. It's like angst, creative angst. And all the tips are lit. Like all these tips are lit and ready to go. Where do you throw it? Where do you throw it? And I think someone's asking you to throw it to them, you know? You know, you're sitting with a group of friends. Who are you going to toss the frisbee to? Who are you going to throw the ball to? And it's like, oh, throw it to me, throw it to me. That's your choice though, right? That's your choice. Because someone here is sitting in this Two of Air too, trying to keep balance. It's like you see that and that's where you throw. That's where you throw this breadcrumb to the other person who's keeping this balance, because you're recognizing that as something that's resonating on the same level that you are. And then it's like as soon as that is thrown, we come out of the Two of Air and right into an Ace of Cups, like right, and then this is the new beginning. And the new beginning is all about feelings and emotions, this new beginning. So to launch this new beginning is to not launch it in this thinking headspace. It's to not launch it in, in a very passionate, fiery headspace, because we're ignoring the wands here. You know, the wands were kind of leading up to the communication, that passion, that desire were leading up. And it's the King of Water that's reaching out. So this, you know, is almost like using your passion and your desire to communicate to someone else who's resonating the same way that you are, in the same sort of balance and harmony, who's recognizing themselves on a deeper level, the same way that you are. And then this triggers, and it's almost like then they recognize you on this deep level, and it triggers this Ace of Water, this Ace of Cups. This new beginning is now based on emotions. And then here we go. And here we go. 3 of Water and 6. 6 of Cups. 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups. So, it's soulmate. I feel like, and soulmate too, that this is like someone you grow old with. Because look at how he's grown old with the dog. It's so sweet. It's really cute. I just can't. Little kids and puppies. It's just it's too much. I get to stare at the card all day. It's really cute. But this is celebration with 3 of Water. And like I said, you know, there's some sort of anticipation about what this will produce. But with the 3 pearls, I feel that it actually produces more. Because 1 pearl is being offered. 1 pearl is offered with this Ace of Cups. But what it actually ends up creating is 3. 3 pearls. Growth and abundance. Continues to grow, continues to be abundant, bountiful. Yeah, and then the page, and then, interesting. So it's like passion and desire launch this, and then feelings and emotions, no, passions and desires lead up to the new cycle. It's like and it makes sense. It's like the seed that is planted in the earth. And like, if you want to say, okay, Aries is a fire sign, because I would associate, like, it's a wand. So it's all about that fiery spark, that initial putting it in the ground. There it goes. And then it's left. And it's left. But then it's the feelings and the emotions that go into like tending something, like in making it happen, making it actually develop into something. And that's where the feelings and the emotions come in. And by doing that, that kind of, and I feel like once you do, you know, you go out and you water it and you make sure it's in the sun. That's all that nurturing that goes into that spark. And then it comes up out of the ground and it becomes something. And that is also like this, the essence of what that was is now hatched out, right? Because it's just a seed. All the seeds look the same, really. Well, different sizes. A lot of them look the same, but when they're in the ground, you don't see them. And then the essence of it hatches out into this wheel card. And yeah, and the way she's standing there, like, it reminds me of my plants. They started from seeds, you know, and then they come up and they're just kind of tiny. And then they're just like sitting there and they're just so proud of what they've done. And the sun is coming down on them. And yeah, it's nice. It's nice. So I don't know. Do I need to clarify anything? Let's clarify, you know what? Let's clarify this door to value. I'm not getting a direct, it's underlining here. It does feel like, to me, what path you're on, but to give you more clarity, we'll pull some cards. It feels like whatever path you're on, whether you realize it or not, it's leading you to more monetary prosperity. More balance, more harmony in your pocketbook, more like 3s, expansion and growth here. But let's see, the door to value. The door to value. Jeez. Interesting. You have the Fool card, the Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the 6 of Pentacles. So it does. This value is more than just, I want to say, emotional or partnership value. Whatever this connection is to. Like, it doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. There's something that you're communicating to somebody. And it's creating this really wonderful, I don't want to say kaleidoscope of energy that's metamorphosing and evolving into something new here. Okay, whatever you're doing with this person. And it's a very harmonious metamorphosis with these two Justice cards. And because of that, it affects things. Like I said, these 3 pearls. Seems like it starts off as 1, but it grows into 3. There's perhaps 3 different elements of your life, right? We have Lovers, so we have choice in romantic partnerships. We have the Fool and the Page of Pentacles, which are both very, very young energies. And then we have the Page of Fire here and the Page of Wands. Wow, so that's here twice. Yeah, this is very, very new. So I want to say it's in relationship energy. It's giving you growth and expansion in relationship. It's giving you growth and expansion in what you learn about yourself and experience of yourself. And then the 6 of Pentacles, again, it's like monetary. There's some sort of balance for sure in that. All right, let's look at the Justice, double Justice. Double Justice. We got double Justice here. 1. Double Justice. Oh, isn't that funny? Whoa. Double Justice. So now, oh, I didn't realize that came out. Huh. Oh, this is the order. Let me get in the right order. Okay, we have the double Justice you have here. You have the King of Wands, the 2 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the World card. So it is a big cycle change. I think it's kind of funny that we have double Justice and you got 2 of Cups. So it is, what I said at the beginning, is some sort of balance, harmony is being created within your cycle and within someone else's cycle. We have the King of Wands here, and we have the King of Water, right? And what are we talking about in this whole reading? About these wands and water. So it's the coming together of those 2 elements. And the 6 of Cups again, which is like this card, the puppy. So growing old together. So whoever this is, yeah, I want to say it's kind of romantic. You have the Lovers and the 2 of Cups, so it's kind of romantic. Doesn't have to be, but it seems to be that way. And with the World card, the World to me is always the cycle to end all cycles. It's the ending of a lot of cycles in your life. A lot of things closing off. Major things, it could be a lot of small things and at least one major thing in your life kind of closing off. And then starting a whole new cycle with the World. And that's the end. There's nowhere to go but that. That's the last one in the tarot. There we are, the last one in the major arcana. So it's a big cycle, and you're going into it in a very balanced way. Very nice, sexy Virgo. Very nice. You have the Knight of Cups on the bottom. So yeah, there's a nice balance of wands and water here. my pentacle friends. You didn't have a single pentacle in this. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. You did for clarifiers for the Page and the 6 of Pentacles, right? You did have it for that, so that's okay. That's good. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? There you go, Virgo. Thank you. So I know that wasn't as, deep and intense as last week, but it's still kind of interesting to have these 2 Justice cards. I have to say that. That's pretty neat, and they're both underlined. So this is a major aspect in your life and someone else's life, for sure. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time. Do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.